Whether you buy a chicken nugget in Tokyo, London, or Texas, it is going to taste exactly the same. Achieving that level of global uniformity requires overriding the natural variables of the bird's diet, the climate, and the inherent genetic differences between individual animals. The packaging sells us a specific story: images of a single, smiling chef in a white suit working over a small fryer and a rustic farmhouse kitchen. In reality, that identical flavor profile is the output of a hyper-optimized, highly industrialized global supply chain. To understand our cravings, we have to track the physical timeline of a single nugget, from the industrial farm all the way to the deep fryer. The modern supply chain starts here. This is a high-density industrial poultry farm. A single facility houses tens of thousands of birds, scaled to feed a fast food apparatus that requires millions of pounds of meat every day. Through selective breeding and specialized feed, the birds in this facility hit their slaughter weight in just over 6 weeks, less than half the time required for a traditionally farmed chicken. Once they hit that target weight, the mature birds are moved out of the barns and funneled directly into the processing pipeline. At this stage, the animal is no longer livestock. It is a biological raw material entering a system of chemical refinement. When the meat arrives at the processing facility, the environment shifts from agriculture to heavy industry. Automated blades strip the bird, dividing the meat into standardized cuts or grinding it into a uniform slurry for nuggets. This is where the food chemistry is applied. Industrial marinades are injected directly into the tissue to guarantee artificial moisture retention. Next, a proprietary seasoning blend is added, a formulation of salts and extracts designed specifically to trigger a hyper-palatable response in the human brain. This cross-section shows the engineered layers: the core meat, injected marinade, and an outer coating of modified starches for commercial freezing. When it hits the deep fryer, heat triggers a reaction in those starches, sealing moisture inside while creating a rigid textural crunch. This engineered meat is built to survive flash freezing, weeks of refrigerated transport, and rapid thawing without losing its structural integrity. This texture is the result of precision manufacturing, a system where advanced engineering standardizes the natural irregularities of biological tissue. The physical journey ends here, as the chemically engineered nugget is handed over to the consumer. But while the industrial pipeline stops at the mouth, a taxing biological process is just beginning inside the body. This graph tracks the immediate reaction. Within minutes, you see a sharp spike in blood sodium levels, paired with a dopamine release from the chemical seasonings. Expanding the timeline reveals the aftermath. Dopamine crashes, while your system manages the long-term elevation of baseline blood pressure. These are ultra-processed foods. During the factory cycle, the proteins are physically restructured and stripped of fiber, while synthetic additives are introduced, forcing the digestive system to break down compounds it rarely encounters in nature. We experience the immediate pleasure of the engineered flavor, while our cells manage the hidden, compounding damage of the ingredients. Ultimately, the perfect consistency of the industrial nugget is a triumph of efficiency, one that our internal biology is forced to resolve long after the meal is over.